It's the IMO pod with 3 young kings, Sukali, DT and Easy on this. In my opinion, we're the pod of the year. We mix the banter with the edutainment. Sukali, you know, be the girl them sugar. Don't talk DT, designate driver. Tumichi Susa, Uzi takes it too far. You never know how far you can go if you don't try. We and them boys, we're not cohesive.
Oh, remember at one point we're like, are all Ugandans related?
Yeah.
So now when you're saying this, you lot might actually all be related.
Yeah, most of them. And we used to
85.
to have this thing. Distance cousins.
Yeah, distance cousins, yeah.
You end up marrying them.
That's crazy.
And nobody can say you are wrong.
They wouldn't even be able to connect it, yeah.
Yeah, because we're not related by blood. It is just either in-laws and so on.
Wow.
And that's how it ended up like that. And for me, why I never got bothered, I told whoever gets to my life, I tell you exactly, you have come into my life. I have one issue. I have my kids. And they are all one.
They're number one.
If you feel you don't like them, leave. People might tell you that now that I don't say I have kids.
Yeah.
Or when I date a person, I tell them I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I usually tell girls that me, if you want to know my history or life history, is when I know who you were. Until I know you, I will not tell you.
You're not going to...
Whatever you discover, just keep quiet. Because you ask me and you lose me. So when you decide to become a wife or a mistress, I'll tell you, I have 15. You either stay, yours is the 15th. You either stay or leave. But none of them will leave. Because I remember even here in London, I used to make 8 women sit in the same room on a pot, and I introduced them.
There is this story where my granddad came from Uganda for the first time, and they were having a party, and then my dad came with all his women, basically, and they didn't know each other. They didn't know that they had fellow women, fellow sister wives, and they all met each other there. And my dad said, "Yeah, I brought you lot all here to introduce you to my dad."
I just want to put this out there. Yeah, I don't know if you ever crossed your mind before. You might have to do like a movie or a documentary about
Yeah,
this.
I thought about
this
it.
is actually
Getting
like,
to write a book.
This is like, it's not common to hear.
Yeah.
Especially
people don't
like,
say
it's crazy.
such things. But the reason why I'm saying it, I want you young men to learn.
Yeah.
Never do what I did. Because your life will end in a miserable, lousy ending.
But would you say that that's, for you so far, though, would you say you feel that way right now?
I don't feel that way. But I know my end will not be good because I won't be with somebody beside me on my dying bed because all of them will be away.
But do you think that's true, though, with all the kids you have? You have 6.
No, he's talking about a partner.
I'm with you.
So if you want a relationship or a marriage to work, and you, Marvin especially, don't be a womanizer in your life. You will regret. I would have been a very rich person, a very, very rich person, because my colleagues are all rich, and I'm not, and it's because of women. I'm not saying I used to give the money to women, but they distract you. No, it's not the kids, because it's the distractions you get.
Right.
You can't settle. Because there is a time I could be here, seated with you here, and somebody calls me in Nairobi that there is a big fight, you have to come here, and I have to travel.
That's crazy.
So if I had a deal to do, I'll be distracted.
Yeah.
By the time I come back, the deal is gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
And there are certain people who respect you to be one of them. They will not respect you because you are not a settled person.
That's true.
In this life, especially your digital life, you have to have a wife in order to be with somewhere.
Yeah.
If you see every rich person who is single will lead a miserable life. You can say that man is rich, he's not married. Not because he doesn't want, it's because he can't stand a woman to be there to tell him you have to do this and that with your wealth. And especially people who are of my caliber, especially from the royal family, we have that proudness. A woman has nothing to do with my wealth. I have to give her what I want to give her.
And do with what I want to do with the rest.
Exactly.
You don't tell me.
So if you want to live a happy life and you're married, keep your wives. Don't mess around because there is nothing there. I have seen it all. Black, red, white, tall, short, you name it. I've seen them all. But there is nothing good in it. The only thing you get is headache.
Small fun, but a long-term headache.
Long-time headache. Because a woman can tell you today, I need $1 million, and you give it to her. Tomorrow she said, you're stupid.
Yeah.
But you have given her $1 million.
1 million, that's true.
If it is me, then you know what will happen next. So try to avoid this business of thinking, I have to bang that one. I have to bang that one. Because, and it doesn't mean that you have to be young or to be old. And the funny thing, women, they like a man who's been talked of.
Yeah.
That he bangs a lot.
Yeah,
And
it's
women
true,
like,
isn't
they will come to you as if there is no tomorrow.
Which is crazy.
They want to try out what's
They
there.
will want to try out. You can go, a woman can go and talk ill about you. Where she talks,
That's the
that
one that's
will-
going to come.
You will wonder. For me, I get messages and you say, what's wrong with this one? She starts telling you, they told me you're a womanizer, you have 16 kids, you have so many wives. And you say, and then what? No, I was just asking, is it true? And I
Yes,
tell
it's
you,
true. Next
if you want, if you want to know, you have to come to me and get to know me. By the time she comes, she has forgotten
Why
brought
she
her.
even came in the first place?
Then she start telling you, I need a car, I need this and this. You give it to her. Little does she know that once she gets that, banged, done.
You know what? It's a lot of facts. Yeah.
So we have to learn as men that if you want to lead a better life, I told Marvin some months ago that if you want happiness, this business of womanizing, forget it. Because you will have a problem. You will lose the very things you worked for.
But you know it's going to be
People
very
can
tough
tell
for
you, I have houses I've lost.
Wow.
Not a house, not one,
Houses.
not two, not three, not four,
Houses.
not five, not six.
Lost.
And lost. And for me, I just leave and I go. I don't come back. And I can assure you, a woman who will tell you that Sam came back to me will be lying.
They'll be lying.
Because I cannot. I don't even have the time. I will not come back to you and I will never step in your house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if I left everything, I will leave the way I am and I start all over again
No way.
as a man. So please, if you don't want to lose what you've worked for, you young men, especially the four of you who are here,
Yeah.
make sure as soon as you put a ring on a woman, forget the rest.
That me, I'm
Forget
okay.
the rest.
I'm okay, by the way.
Forget the rest.
If you
Blazer
bring
now
a
with no
woman
shirt.
in your house and you say, you're my wife, forget the rest.
Yes.
Because you're going to have trouble you will never believe would have happened to you, a man like you.
Yes.
For me, a woman cannot tell me that go wash dishes because I love you. No. I can go and wash them
On my own
initiative,
decision.
but you cannot tell me that.
You see where I get it
But
from?
the women you have today will ask you, why didn't you make your own tea?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Why didn't you wash the dishes?
In my culture, every woman kneels for me to say hello to me. Every woman talk to me when they're on their knees. If not, you go on your knees first and then I tell you can sit there. So, women of today, the digital ones,
The digital women.
you know they are digitally modified.
Yeah, 100%.
They will not accept such things.
Nah, no way.
They will have no respect for you if
No
you
way.
don't have money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you people, you don't have money. You think you have. You don't have money. To be honest to you, let me tell you one thing. I could wake up in the morning. The one in tells you I need a car. And I go buy it. The next day, the other one tells me, I had you bought the one in, I need a car as well. And I go and buy it.
That's crazy.
The other one says my carpets were changed by my husband. Then the other one has friends and she hears about the same. She will be asking you the same. I need my carpets. Even if you put them yesterday, she will say, I need them changed.
Yeah.
So these things, if they come into your lives as you are young, you won't make money.
Of course. You stress as well.
It's stress. The money you earn, for you can't even go on a holiday. This business of going, I went to Nigeria and I splashed 2,000. That's not going on a holiday. I used to go on a holiday and I splashed 200,000 on a holiday.
Christ.
And it's
That's
not a lie.
Crazy.
You see that Yvonne and Yvonne? When we used to go, we used to rent a house in Nairobi, a 5-bedroom house, and we are only 2.
Enjoyment.
It had to be with a garden, a swimming pool. And those who used to visit can tell you that that man had the money at that time. Because when I go for a holiday, it's a holiday. Not being on a holiday and I start calling him, can you send me 200 pounds, you know? I'm stuck. No. I never used to do that. These kids, they can tell you. I used to be abroad. And they call you and they say, Daddy, we need to go to Kampala. We need to come to Nairobi. I said, okay, I'll send someone. They will give you your tickets and you come. I don't call anybody that, can you borrow me money for my kids to come? I remember your sister. One time she was at school and she said, I've been told you are in Nairobi. I need to be on the flight to Nairobi today. I want to see you. I said, oh, you want to see me? Yes.
Go excited.
That's Richard. Said he left Kasasa, that school, and he said he came to Nairobi and he said he wants to go to London for shopping. I said, why don't you shop things here? Guess what? He came, he did the shopping of 4,000 pounds of my money, which I had kept. Because the mistress said, the kid told me he wants to go to shop. He even bought Dunhill, this 10 packets. Benson and Hedges, 10 packets.
Cigarette?
Yes. When he reached Nairobi, I asked him, what is this for? That is for my friend and my teachers. I said, you spend my money
For
on
your friends and your teachers.
Why not?
Guess what? After that, in Nairobi, I had a driver, sorry, passed away, rest in peace. He did what? He took Richard for shopping in a mall. He made shopping of 3,000 pounds.
In Nairobi.
For eats only. Biscuits, chocolates, even girlfriends, she bought them biscuits.
Why not?
I know.
Richard enjoyed though. He had a rough start. He had a rough start.
I never enjoyed.
He had it, but you was never left on the veranda. You remember that?
So why I'm saying all this, I did everything to make my family happy. But I could not convince them that whatever I was doing, it wasn't my own making. But I could not tell them the other side of the coin. That what I'm going through, I had to do this to be there. I had to make sure that if this one wants a car, the other one also wants a car. I could not come and tell him that this is what she told me. And I used to make sure that the kids first.
100%.
And whatever happens, I make sure they have food. They have drinks.
You said that all the time.
They had, you name it. And then I go. They could cry, but at least.
Every day you can fed.
And my receipts.
Nobody can chat for you in terms of providing financially. You definitely provided financially. It's just the emotional part that you
the
lacked.
emotional part, that one I am to blame because I didn't have any solution for that at the time.
But I
If
think
it was to happen today, I have a solution.
But you
Because
think
I know.
which is what? What do you think you would have done? 16 kids?
Yeah.
Today?
I can assure
Too
you,
hard.
No, it's not hard. If you can believe me, you have just seen me for the first time and you
right.
listen to me and you believe me.
That's right.
How about these ones?
Yeah.
I'll tell them and I tell the facts. However annoying it is, I'll give it to them. And I tell them why I did it. That's why you see Marvin is one of the best because he understands now that this man was trying to protect us from even knowing what was happening.
What was going on?
But he was going through hell. The only thing I think I did extravagantly is buying myself clothes and shoes because I love shoes. Like my son here.
Now, I got it from you. Like, I remember you had Pradas.
Yeah.
I saw the Pradas from you first.
Yeah.
The America Cup Pradas.
So I love shoes. That one I could be extravagant. I could do shopping even if it is 10,000. And I just buy them and I don't even wear them.
And leave me in
And
Primark.
that's like all of us, though. That's like all three of us just sitting here.
I don't know about you.
Love shoes.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Am I the word?
I don't buy and keep.
Oh, I wear
Wait,
shoes
before,
away.
because we're going to have to wrap up. I'm not even going to get to go through everything. But one thing I wanted to...
Where do you want me next time you call me?
Yeah, we'll do another part.
We need part 2. This
But
is
I just
amazing.
wanted the people to know this funny thing, that when me and my dad go out raving on the rare occasions,
Do
he...
you lot? Is it?
On the rare occasions we go out, he tells women that he's my brother.
Yeah.
He tells me,
Naturally.
he says, don't tell them I'm your dad.
He's a very
I'm your
young
brother."
looking man. They don't look like your dad. I'm not going to
And
lie.
it's mad because it's like, he gets Badinas.
There you go. There you go.
My dad gets the bad beat.
There you go.
And he gets wait. And he gets girls my age. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And it's mad, very mad, because you got 16 kids. I don't know if you tell them that or whatever. But in our generation, you get cancelled. I don't know if you've heard of that term, getting cancelled.
Yeah.
Because they don't like age gaps. But then in your generation, age gaps weren't an issue.
Yeah.
Like your dad, you could be 40
Yeah.
or
And be
50
like an 18.
and be like 18 or 20 and no one would bat an eyelid.
No one would care.
So what do you say to that? Why are you telling these bad bees that you're my brother, first of all?
Okay, here is my son. He wants to enjoy.
Yes.
But whoever he wants to enjoy with is looking at me. No, I'm being honest. He's looking at me, not him.
You done this to yourself, by the way.
You see, we are looking like we are brothers.
Yeah, I told
If I say I am your dad,
Yeah.
they will not date you. I'm telling you, I'm
Well,
being
I'd rather
honest.
we both lose. I'd rather we both lose than for you to win.
He's
And
such a sore loser, isn't he?
and take the
He's
person
such
that
a
I
sore
want.
loser.
Okay.
Wow.
At times, when, for example, in London, because I've been raving for the last almost 35 years here,
Wow.
either the young ones know me, the older ones know me, and they know how I'm a big spender. But young men of today, they don't know how to spend if they have the money.
Yeah, yeah.
They're stingy. You just buy one bottle and you think you have done the whole world.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've arrived when I buy a
But
bottle.
for
you
me,
know. When they bring that sparkle up.
One bottle we've done.
for me, I can reach a club. He's there, and I have the money. I buy for them. If the girls say, "Oh, Richard, buy us Jack Daniels," I say, "Okay, it's all right. You get one." I call the waiter. I buy without even looking backwards. I don't start doing the pocket and I say,
Or ask for the price.
Yeah,
Or ask for the
I
price.
don't. So they get to know you. When I reach a club, you just mention my name because most of the clubs, the owners know me. And the people who go there know me, that I'm a big spender. So when they see me with him, I make sure that if he wants anybody, he has to make sure he says he's my brother. He will be in my league. He will be
bringing you
another
up.
big spender.
Bringing you up.
Not my son, because there you'll be in
You'll be
my
small
shadow.
boy. Yeah, see?
Oh, it's the dad giving.
All he does is try to protect you.
Oh, whatever, man.
You never see.
But to be honest, that's the thing. Otherwise, I don't mind.
Do you know what?
We
He
went
got
with
more
Richard.
similar to, you know, Richard. you're like Richard is just. I don't know where he got his stinginess from.
Wow.
But Richard,
I'm not stingy, fam.
brother,
I'm not
you don't
stingy,
buy
don't do
bottles,
that.
bro.
Neither do you.
But I'm not. Listen, I don't have a
He's
big
not
shoe
from
to
the
fill.
clan.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a big shoe to fill, bro. Richard, we all love Richard, but we know whenever Richard comes around, bottles are flying.
Exactly.
Richard don't ask no questions.
Richard does it like
buy
me.
everybody.
He will buy everybody
What do you want?
until
What do you
the
want? What do you
pocket, the wallet is empty.
Yeah, Richard buys everybody. He knows. Even
So that is why
he
you
leeches
see
off of
these
Richard.
girls like me. If you want to have them, and I'm there, you have to be my brother. If I say my son, they will say, "Oh, it is him who is sponsoring."
Yeah,
But if it's my brother, they will say, "Oh, it's in the family. It's in the family." So even if you buy one bottle and I'm there, they will know it's in the family.
Wow.
But if you
even
say
if you manage
I'm
your
your
own
dad,
bottle,
they will
maybe
just
it's
be
a
there.
peckish night for him.
Can you imagine? I don't drink.
And that's Richard don't drink either.
So when I'm in a club, people wonder, how do I buy alcohol
All these
to
bottles.
to people who drink? But I love it. I love it, everybody to be happy. So that we enjoy it, because we went there to enjoy.
Wow.
And that's why I usually say, that's my brother. Why I'm telling you this, that you don't try to do what I did, because at times it will ruin your life, because it will haunt your kids, because the kids
I'm very haunted, by the way.
Yeah, they will wonder, why is Dad doing this? They will not know that the man fall in love without knowing. I told your brother, Richard, and I told him, you people used to tell me, why am I falling in love so quick? I said, listen, I go abroad, I'm so stressed. I left here stressed. I reached there. I get out of my Mercedes. This girl is looking at me. And you say, why is she looking at me?
Overlooking.
Yeah. Even not looking, staring.
Yeah.
And then the next minute, she comes to you and say, I think I know you. And you say, I don't think so. Usually I tell them I'm from the village. I'm a farmer. And they say, no, you can't be a farmer. I said, why? You're smelling so good. And they say, farmers don't smell good.
smell good.
Dad, they don't really smell good.
They
but-
don't. They don't.
They don't. Well, farmers are rich in UK. UK farmers are rich.
Yes. But there they don't.
Yeah.
Even there they're rich. Because I know a farmer who can go and buy a brand new Mercedes-Benz without looking back.
By looking back,
But people, especially nice-looking girls, they don't like them.
Yeah, of course.
They're backwards, according to them. But for me, I just stand there. I don't drink when I go to club. I just get my Red Bull and sit there. And I don't talk to anybody because I'm so proud. And I can assure you there is no woman I've ever approached in my life. I have never approached a woman to say, I want you, or I want to date you, or I want to give you this. No. I'm there just by myself. Somebody stands there, we're in the club. Am I going to stop you standing near me? No. You stand near me, you start drinking a bottle for 5 hours.
One bottle.
One bottle. I remember one time I got a girlfriend just because she did take my Red Bull can and put in
alcohol in it.
No.
To mix.
To put Fanta in.
In your Red Bull can. Okay.
Pretending she's drinking Red Bull. Then I asked her, why are you doing that? No, class. I want to be in your class.
Wow.
Then I showed her the class. I ordered for the whole crate of 4, and I gave it to her. And she was in class. From there, she was mine.
She was mine.
Oh my God.
You were there. These girls have not ate anything the whole day or 2 days. She's in a club. She sees people eating chicken. And you see her even trying to imitate those who are swallowing. You see?
She's chewing.
Then what do you do? For me, I just give it to you. Not that I want you. Or I'm going to take you.
Well, you can see these things.
No, my dad's got that thing that I have. We just love to see people happy.
Yeah, and I just say,
You just don't reach in your pocket. That's really different.
I don't know why you lot are lying dreams on me, bro.
So eventually, these girls tend to be around me. And if I'm in a club, I had a mistress who even came to a club looking for me in a night pajama because she was told I have 5 girls around me.
What?
And then when she reached there, for me, I was watching wrestling and enjoying my Red Bull because the girls had already gone.
Yeah.
But they were there. And I told her, why did you come in night pajama?
Oh.
They told me you were with girls. I said, you wanted me to be with men. And then you said, I'm gay. And then she was like, how could you say that to me? I said, listen, you wanted me to be with men. I had to be with girls.
Obviously.
Then eventually I told her, I'm leaving you here.
Said I'm leaving.
So I don't even have transport. I don't care.
How did you get here?
Exactly. How did you get here? Then eventually you find that girls will get to know you, that man is tough. The wife came and he just left him here.
And then they come more.
So basically, it sounded like you're the victim here. Girls just want you.
Exactly.
You never went out there looking for all these women.
Yes.
They came to you.
Whoever says it, you just ask him, where did my dad find you?
You know what I realized?
You're the victim.
Now I know what Future's going through.
This guy. So lastly, before we you touch on the age gap thing, then why do you think it's acceptable in your generation, but our generation doesn't?
It's a bit different.
Doesn't like it.
Because we had money and we have money. Our generation has
We had
money.
money.
Oh, try and don't follow those lines because you will not have a family.
No, I get that.
But I think about
I'm
Diddy
saying,
though. No, but in what
Yeah,
he
that's what
said
I
is
mean.
definitely bang on
generation
because
of money.
Diddy again,
He's doing the
Diddy's
same
a
thing.
billionaire.
Yeah.
And because of that, he's dating
he's out here with Young Miami and
Young
stuff.
Miami 20. What's with Young Miami 20 something? So it's like exactly what you're saying is definitely correct.
Money,
because when money is there,
and coverage.
age gap is what's
It's not
gap.
any issue.
That's nothing.
So basically, you're
Nobody
saying our
cares.
generation's too broke.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why age gap matters so
Brokies.
much.
Yeah,
Brokies.
it's broke. I'm telling you,
broke.
if the money you have, if you date, let's say, you can go mad.
I'm mad.
Mad because of your money. I'm telling you now. Because she will see you have it all.
Yeah.
For me, a girl can come and say, oh, I want an apartment. And you say, you want an apartment? Of how much? Well, apartments these days, to buy them is about £23,000. Deposit, and the rest you pay in installment. They
mortgage.
say, okay, I'll give it to you.
That's crazy.
Just like that. And if it is there, I'll give it to her. If I have it, I'll give it to her.
That's
She will not look at you. Even if I'm 70 and you are 20,
That's true.
she will
That's
not
very
because they want the insurance, the security
The
that
security.
they're going to be there. And especially the digital ones of today, all they want is to make sure they have money for their hair, new shoes, new nails,
New bag.
a new phone, iPhone 14, and that's it. A girl, if you today a girl asks you iPhone 14, you scratch your head and you say, "Excuse me, I have iPhone 12." You see? But for me, I'll just say, "Okay, wait tomorrow, I will bring it," and I bring it, and I pretend as if it's nothing,
But it's
and I go. I will not even say, "When do I see you again?" No, I will just go. She will start spreading. That man has money. I just asked her as if it was a joke. And I asked for iPhone 14.
And he gave it to me.
And he gave it to me. There is one time a story, and it's a true story. Those Chameleon can tell you. Most of the stars in Uganda were there. A girl were at the National Theatre. There used to be a Monday night for musicians. So this girl had a Nokia. You know those small Nokias of that time? I don't know if you people saw it. Yeah. It was red. Hers was red.
Oh, okay. I might know the one you're talking about. The one you can change the cases.
Yeah.
It's like those are different colors.
Yeah. Then this girl, they snatched her phone. So I was at the counter sipping my Red Bull. She comes crying. And she was telling the waiter
What's
that they have stolen her phone. And she said, it was a Nokia like this man has. She didn't even say man, this guy has. Then I looked at her and I smiled. I said, you can check if it's yours. The girl did. I said, no, this is not mine. Mine was brand new. Hers was a bit old.
Mm.
And I told her, can you go and buy a SIM card and I give you this phone? Just like that. Because I had about 6 phones.
Yeah, you
I'd
always
gone
had
with.
bare phones.
Yeah. And then she said, are you sure? I said, yes. She opened her purse and said, I have another SIM card.
Oh, just like that.
And she put in the SIM card
And took the phone.
and she went jumping, smiling. And I didn't call her, come back and sit here and we drink. I just told her, do you need a drink? They gave her a drink. I remember she needed these Tusker bottles. She asked for 4. She left.
4.
Yeah.
Wow.
She left. I didn't even look behind. I had a Nokia. By that time, I think it was about $2,000. You know these Nokias which used to open?
Yeah.
That is what I had. So I didn't care giving her that.
That other one, yeah.
I forgot all about her. We drank my Red Bull with the chameleons. Then as I was going, I didn't know she was somewhere seated looking at me to see if I'd have a woman. I didn't have any. And she was pretty. Then she came and she told me, where are you going? I want to go with you. I said, do you know where I'm going? I was going in another club.
Yeah.
She said, I don't care where you're going. I'm going with you. I said, okay. We went. We went to Silk. Silk was boring. I said, let's go to Angenois. We went to Angenois. When we finished Angenois, I ran away from her. Just like that. So why I'm telling you this, when you're generous, things turn out to be good for you without even you knowing.
Yeah, man.
But these are the things which can ruin your marriage.
Marriage.
This girl called when my girlfriend was in the house.
Wow.
And I had to talk to her.
Wow.
And I had to explain to the
What happened?
What happened. That I borrowed her my phone because she didn't what?
Borrowed.
Yeah.
Borrowed her phone.
That she had lost her phone and I said she would give it to me because
She would never
the
believe it.
chameleon knew her and I said, okay, I'll get it.
But you were
Never
innocent
believed-
anyway.
But she never believed.
But he was
you.
innocent.
Yeah, I was.
He was, but it doesn't. But she would still never believe it.
Yeah,
Like, who's gonna believe? You borrowed your
Yeah.
phone.
I
Yeah.
know.
So as
it's
we
definitely
are
true.
saying, for your lives to be happy,
Yes, we
keep
did.
your marriage, keep your relationship. I know it's unavoidable, but when it is avoidable,
Try.
try and avoid it.
Keep your
Life
hands.
is not as easy as
Good.
sin.
Keep your hands up from guests.
So, last 2 things then. You know, you've spoken about you're being the sweet stick. Obviously, you're the man, Mr. Still Your Girl. How would you react if one of your girls that you love cheated on you? Would you forgive the way they also forgive you?
That's a good
I
one.
usually answer this question this way. My feelings, my way of being hurt is not the same way of you being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if a girl does that and they cheat, because I've caught them, you cheat on me at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I know it at 5 o'clock in the evening. 6 o'clock, you're out of my life. As simple as that. No turning back. If I catch you cheating, that is what I will do. If people are just spreading rumors that you're cheating, I can't leave you.
Okay.
But if I catch you, that's it.
That's it.
You will say things, and you have seen it. You have seen girls who have been with me months, and you say, "But her dad was like on top of the world with this one. What happened? Once you cheat,
That's
move
it.
out.
Bye-bye.
But why don't you forgive the way you want them to forgive you?
that is why I said their feeling of how when they are hurt is
And
not the
you,
same.
it's different.
Mine, once you cheat,
So women are stronger, basically. They can
Yes.
take, in
Yeah,
your
for me, I
in your
can't.
opinion.
even if you have 5 kids with me and you cheat, I will walk out.
Wow.
I will not even look up behind and say, "Oh, my kids, my kids." I would look up that after I've left.
Oh, okay.
But I can't stand it. I can't think of another man sleeping with my woman.
Why not?
Men, when it comes to that, men, we're very sensitive when it comes to that.
You keep on looking where you came from.
You can't. It haunts you thinking about another man with your woman, basically.
I think a lot of things. I think of being disrespected, that I'm nothing, that I don't know what I'm doing.
But I don't know, how do you think women feel when they get cheated on? That's their issue.
That's their issue. They can solve it.
That's their issue.
But for me, I cannot stand it.
Okay.
To be honest, if I come in here and I find my girlfriend here, when we are going to do this, I can tell you that one goes out or I go.
Oh, you go.
As simple as that.
Choose one. Wow.
If, for example, I'm renting a house for a woman and I find another man, I just go in my car and start my engine and away. She will never see me again.
Okay.
I don't want that nonsense. You have somebody in your life, I'm out.
Oh, okay.
No, I think for me...
And that's why I'm alive. Otherwise, I would have been dead because some men can kill you.
Yeah, that is very true.
You want to fight for a woman? You can die.
That's true. No, that is very true.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, like, for me, I never understand guys that's trying to fight the other guy. It's really
He was also there to enjoy.
Yeah, it's
the
really
way you were
actually,
enjoying.
the way you was enjoying. It's really actually your woman is the one that's probably
Is the problem.
Whatever it is, but it's different if it's my boy.
Yeah.
If it's like my friend,
Yeah.
that's different. For
Even
me, if it's my friend, it's different.
if he's my friend, guess what?
Yeah.
We will stay friends.
Really?
And I will tell him that, you know what?
You did me a favor.
Don't be scared because you did me a favor.
Wow.
You can go on with that one. I've left so many with my friends.
Really?
And I leave. I don't even bother them. Why?
Have you done it to your friends?
Yes.
Wow.
I have them and they're still there. Some of them are still with my exes. Yeah.
Wow.
And I said, I'm not going to start shouting. Can you believe one time, you remember Kenyan, when she was leaving Nairobi, I told her, my friend, I think you should stay in Nairobi with me because most of my time I'm in Nairobi. If you're going to London, I will leave you in the house by yourself. She thought I was kidding. I did. When I came back, she wasn't in the house. She was at a boyfriend's. But they had already told me. And she thought I'd come that very day, but I was in the house for a week. And she wasn't there.
Wow.
So when she came back, pretending as if she had left yesterday, she had phoned me. I had already packed her stuff. And I drove her exactly to the address
Of the
of
boyfriend?
my friend.
Oh, your friend.
Wow.
And I said, now I'm handing over her to you officially, so don't be scared. And I walked away. I've never seen her again. Now it's about 7 years. I saw her on Cricklewood, bus stop somewhere. She was on a bus stop. And
Did she
then
see
Uncle Godfrey told me, you see her? And she saw me as well.
You say anything?
No, I was driving.
Oh, right.
And
She was on the bus.
She was at the
life
bus
works.
stop. But I don't stop. I couldn't stop.
Wow.
Dad.
So you have to be a man in order to do what I did. But it really hits you.
And we appreciate the advice. Basically, we should not be gallus.
Yeah.
No, we should. Well, you should not be careless.
Don't just put it-
don't look at
Yeah.
me.
I'm not a gallus. I'm a good guy. I'm a
So
good guy.
try not to be jealous when a woman doesn't
That's so
like
much
you.
there.
If a woman likes you, they will never date any other man. Because I have them who I can even, if I want, go back. They've never dated thinking that I'm going back. Yeah, some are in the States.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
Wow.
He used to call himself SMK International.
But I had a company, SMK International.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad,
So-
listen, we've come
So
to the
we-
end, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't mind, but thank you for calling me.
Oh, no,
thank
we
you for
didn't
coming.
want
Want
you
another?
again. I've learned so much.
If you want me on another episode, you call me.
We will do.
Give me in advance so that I have time because this man, the way he treated me this time wasn't so
It wasn't
good.
my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was these lot's fault.
So,
it wasn't my fault.
Because the way I work, I have to give notice.
Oh, okay. Because he said something about you work on the weekends as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
So
the thing.
if I'm not to be here, you have to give me time.
Yeah, no, we always usually plan in advance anyways.
Yeah.
But this one was like emergency.
Yeah.
So thank you
So
for
somebody
coming.
cancelled.
Really
But I
I
had
appreciate
to.
you for
I
coming.
had to do it for him.
No, thank
because
you so
I know
much.
He's my son, and he's an emotional guy. That's why you saw he was so scared.
See?
What is this? All these
You're an
lies.
emotional guy.
Whatever.
By the way,
Things touch you so much.
He does, but we love him though. We love him.
Yeah,
So
but
we
thanks
can
for
do.
keeping him,
Nah,
and
we have
I
to.
really thank you
All
because
right for this guy, man.
you have made
my
him
guy.
what he is as well as friends.
I've learned a lot from him. Because of him, a lot of us are very soft now. We always think of solution first. He makes us think about, he made us get in touch with our emotions, so we don't always deal with things with anger. He has helped us as well.
Have you got like one sentence, just a message for the younger generation?
The young generation, the first message is...
The camera. Look at the camera.
sorry.
Yeah.
The young generation, the thing I want to tell you, first of all, those who are between the age of 15 to 20, is to study, to have something in your life, to be focused, that before you start you want to be like Marvin, you don't know what Marvin went through. You have to make sure you do the right thing to reach what Marvin has. Secondly, life is not a straight line. Every time you fall, or every time things are not the way you want them to be, stand up and move on again. Don't try to dwell on things which didn't work out. Just see your mistakes, because every fall is a lesson. You have to learn that to be a man, you have to go through a lot. We have gone through hell to be here. Because if I told you the other side of me, you will say, I'm a very strong man. Because the other side of me we haven't talked about, maybe next time, is my son when he passed away. So what I went through, if any of you go through it, you will die. You can see me here strong. My kids can tell you I was strong, but they don't know what was going through my head. And whatever people said, I just took it that they don't know. I didn't feel the anger that why should they say this? But I just said, because I'm doing the right thing, one time I will stand and be exonerated from what they thought I did or I didn't do. So, young men, try to be focused. And the world of today, you need to be focused. If you see things are not working that way, talk to people. Don't hang yourself. Don't take suicide because things are gone wrong. No. Stand up and talk to people. Even elders like me, you are free to come to me, all of you, ask me something. If I have the time, I will tell you. And without lying, because there are some parents who lie. Nobody will ever tell you how they got rich. They will just tell you hard work. But I'll tell you how I got rich. How I managed all these things I've told you. So don't think you can do it unless you're focused and you think ahead. Because in everything you're doing, there is trouble. Whether you're drinking tea, water, eating food, making love, having a friend, everything is risky. There is nothing you will ever do which is not risky. Even you who's seated on the camera, you might think, oh, it's not risky sitting here. But if you sit there for 5 hours, you can go off the chair just like that. So think ahead. Don't be like, stop the thing of, I'll do that tomorrow, next week. No. When you think of something, do it. Then you will win.
Hallelujah.
And that's why you see Marvin is so productive in the things he does, because he used to be focused. He said, I don't care. For me, I've done every job in this world. And that's why I've been everywhere. I've been in Buckingham Palace as an invited guest. I've been at the High Court of land here at the Strand, being invited by the Queen's Bench. So I've been a bodyguard to a president. I've rubbed shoulders with presidents. But you can't reach there unless you're focused. Because the stumbling blocks are so many. every one of us here want to be better. But you have to be better by being focused, by trying to stand on the truth or the side of the truth where it lies. Because at times you tend to think, why do I have to tell this? Why I say this is because those who loved me, because they knew, and they still know, I used to tell the truth. They only realized when I left that the guy was telling me the truth. Because if I tell you I'm not coming back tonight and you think I'm joking, I don't come back, the next day you get annoyed. After getting annoyed, you realize, but the guy told me.
He told me. But he said it.
How have you turned a summary message into now shading these people? Can you just close?
You gotta love him, man.
So that's why, I had to tell you so many things because we didn't have enough time.
Yes. We'll have another episode.
I'm telling you, be focused. That's the only thing. Be focused.
Be focused, everybody. Be focused.
Yeah.
Focus.
And you will make it.
Success never happens overnight.
Yeah.
Nah.
Be focused.
And when you fail, don't think it's the end of the world.
It's not.
Stand up and run.
Stand up.
I'm saying when you fall, stand up and move ahead. Don't say the first fall will make you stop doing what or reaching your goals. You reach there. Keep going.
Keep going. No, thank you, man. That was very profound.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming
so
on.
much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. The wisdom.
Yeah.
Guys, watching. Unfortunately, he's not an influencer, so there's nothing to plug. And I don't want you lot following my dad anyway. So, but just let us know in the comments if you enjoyed the episode. Please subscribe, share, like, everything. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate you lot. In My Opinion Podcast. We're out.
Peace.
And thank you.
Amaka, Andrea, and Obi, they're steady working, so we balling like Kobe.